Hi, and welcome to the Worldwide Center of Math. This week we're going to be doing a short little problem of the week that has to do with distance. So the problem is a car travels downhill at 72 miles per hour on a level surface at 63 miles per hour and uphill at 56 miles per hour. If it takes 4 hours to go from town A to town B, and it takes 4 hours 40 minutes to return from town B to town A, find the distance between the two towns. To begin, we're just going to start with some basic equations about distance. So we all know that velocity is equal to distance over time, so therefore time is equal to distance over velocity. And what we're going to do is we're going to create variables for each respective distance of the uphill, downhill, and level surface. So now we have variables for downhill distance, level distance, and uphill distance, and we're just going to write out some equations for the trip there and the trip back. So going from town A to town B, this is the equation that we have because we know it takes 4 hours in all to go the entire distance. And from the initials stated in the question, we know that the downhill distance is x over the miles per hour 72, and you can follow that for each of the respective variables. So going from town B to town A, you're going to notice that actually the uphill and downhill distances switch because going back, obviously those change. So we just rewrite them with x being over 56 and z being over 72, and the y obviously stays the same. And since we know that going back it takes 4 hours and 40 minutes, translated into a fraction, that is 14 over 3. So now you're going to notice that we have two equations but three unknowns. So it's kind of impossible to find unique solutions for each x, y, and z. But since the question itself actually only asks for the total distance, what we can do is multiply both equations by the least common multiplier of the denominators and then group together x, y, and z and solve. So you can see that obviously the least common multiplier is 7 times 8 times 9, which is actually equal to 504. So we're going to go through and multiply both equations by the least common multiplier and solve from there. So multiplying, this is what we get from the first equation. We get 7x plus 8y plus 9z is equal to 4 times the least common multiplier. And from the second equation, we get 9x plus 8y plus 7z is equal to 14 over 3 times the least common multiplier. And you'll notice that we're going to want to add these two equations, since 7 plus 9, 8 plus 8, and 9 plus 7 all equal 16. So now we're left with just this one final equation. With just this one final equation, and we can pull out the 16, and it gives us x plus y plus z. And simplifying a little bit with the fraction over here, we get 26 times 7 times 8 times 3. And if we just divide by 16, we can get the answer for the total distance that the car travels. So what we get is that the total distance from town A to town B is 273 miles. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out some more playlists on our YouTube page, follow us on Facebook, and look at us on Twitter.